Hey, welcome back to Forever United TV. Welcome back to our new layout. Welcome back to something new on match days and for watch-alongs built by Stream Builder. This is our new setup going forward. Lots to look forward to with this. More on that as we go through the show as well. I'll talk about a few things that we can do with this software as well. But we're talking Man United against Burnley. I want you to get into the comments section. Manchester United get their first win of the season in all competitions. We scored some goals. We played all right. We had the drama. We had the nerves. We had the concerns, as usual with Man United, but we got the win. Get into the comments section, everybody. Tell me which player stood out for you. We'll bring them up on the screen and we'll go through their performances. If there's anyone in particular, in fact, give me your man of the match. Who stood out for you above anybody else today? Get into the comment. Let me know on that, everybody. We're talking about everything that's going on with United as well, of course. While we was there, we got the confirmation. Here we go on Rasmus Højlund. That sell-on from Napoli. That was a weird one, wasn't it? And what now with Kobbie Mainoo? Obviously, Manchester United could potentially have a few injuries. Mason Mount, Matheus Cunha. We'll talk about what Ruben Amorim was saying after the game about why he made his changes and what's wrong with both Mount and Cunha. Is it now impossible for Manchester United to sell Kobbie Mainoo? Let's get into the discussion, everybody, and let's talk everything Manchester United. Get your comments in, everyone. Let me know what you think of the new setup and everything around it, please, as well. There's plenty we can do with our new software and everything that comes with it. We're bringing you all the stats and everything down the side, as you can see. But when you look at... let's concentrate on the game. Let's talk about what happened there today. You've seen my match vlog. I'm sure you all have already. Let's have a look at certain things that happened in the game. When you break it down, Manchester United, I thought, fully deserved the win. Fully deserved the win. Because all you have to do is look at the stats. Look at everything that's there in front of you. Everything that Manchester United dominated in that game. The stats are right there in front of everybody. We've seen it. I've listened to people today driving home from the match talking about Burnley now being real contenders and really being a challenge and mounting a challenge in the Premier League after that performance today. Tell me, everybody, I was at the game and obviously I've not had a chance to watch it back fully yet. I've seen clips and that's it. But I thought we battered them. Did I see something different to everybody else? Was it a backs-to-the-wall performance from Manchester United? I can see 62% possession, 26 shots to 6. Over double the amount of shots on target, the amount of clear-cut chances Manchester United created. Honestly, I think Manchester United absolutely battered Burnley and fully deserved their win. But you tell me. Tell me what you thought of the game, and if I am wrong in what I've seen, you may have seen more replays than me, and I might have missed out on something, but I thought I was bang on the money. I thought it was basically going to be a bit of a concern after not scoring goals in the first half. But honestly, I look at it and I'm going right now, a breath of fresh air. Really, from attitude. I said this in the game and the match vlog. I said everything that I thought the game was. I thought Manchester United was on top of it. I thought we outfought Burnley. I thought we won the midfield battle. I thought we created umpteen problems for them. And you know what? Overall, I thought Ruben can be quite pleased. He wasn't pleased with his team's performance. He was picking out bits from it. He had issues with certain bits of the game, which is good, which is always good, because there were issues. And if you can find problems with a performance where Manchester United won the game, then obviously there's room for improvement and United to get better. So again, like I just said there, if United have got issues and we're still winning games and we've got a bit more to work on, it just says there's more to come, that's all. And I feel like Manchester United there deserve the 3 points today. I'm going to get some comments in from everybody as well. Please do a pile in there, everyone. Get your comments in. Please give the video a like as well. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. A few people saying, and check this out, everybody. This is how posh we are right now. Look at that. Boom! There you go. Man of the match today was from Peter. It was Matthias de Ligt. I love that. I thought de Ligt was absolutely bang on it today. Mount was fantastic. First half. Why did he take him off? Says Marion. Well, it was because he was injured, and Bruno was talking. Ruben was talking about this later on in his press conference. So we'll start talking there with what's actually what's actually happened after the game, because I thought it was strange before, and I thought, let's just leave the Kobbie Mainoo situation aside. At first, I thought he's given him a little olive branch. He's brought him on at half-time because of the concerns about Kobbie leaving. Maybe he's just tried to make him feel a little bit more welcome to the game and to Manchester United. And I feel like he's basically there, I feel, just said to Kobbie Mainoo, you will be used. You are needed. And I know in the end we found out that it was an injury to Mason Mount, and he was playing for half an hour apparently with an injury. If he's playing for half an hour with an injury, why is he playing? I thought we were supposed to be looking after these players, unless he hasn't actually told Ruben, or at least unless he's not told any of the staff that he had an injury and he's just playing through it anyway. But look, when we look at this, I feel right now, Mount now being out, I think is a bit of a concern for Manchester United, because I think he's been our best player. I do think he has been one of Manchester United's more consistent players as well this season. And unfortunately, he has been the fall guy when substitutes come in. And I think that has been the problem with United. I do believe that we cannot find, and Ruben still doesn't know his best team. And maybe, and I said this in the match vlog, with these injuries now, are we going to be able to see something different? Because Ruben's been forced into changing this now, like playing Bruno in the left-hand 10 and then bringing Mainoo in with Casemiro. Seemed to work well, and Bruno played better in that part. Still issues in the middle, and Bruno was playing a few dicey passes towards the back end of the game that I noticed anyway, that and somebody else might play a little bit simpler. So, again, I do believe that there is room for improvement, definitely. But when you look at a game we wanted to get an impressive performance from, look, after all, it looks like it was a close game. But first half, it could have been so different. Manchester United should have been 4-0 up. Cunha going off injured is another big concern for Manchester United, I feel, because he has been another outstanding performer as well for Manchester United in these first few games of the season. Another one of the more consistent players. Don't know exactly the extent of the injury yet. Someone has posted a video out on social media, though, with Matheus Cunha walking out and looking fine, to be honest, walking normally, not in any sort of pain or limping or anything like that. I don't know if it's precautionary. Let's see, but it doesn't look like it is a severe hamstring injury for Matheus Cunha. Carly, United Spotlight, with the chat says, I'm not having it, to be honest. Good at home versus Burnley first half, and we need a 97-minute penalty to win it. Really, are we bigging it? Are we bigging this result up? At best, it takes the heat off the international break. Nothing more. Look, we dominated the game in the first half. We should have been 4-0 up, and it should have been a game that Manchester United actually walked through as normal. We got a little bit nervous, but at least we showed a little bit of character. And we end up, realistically, we end up getting the 3 points by scoring some, I thought, decent goals. I thought Dalot down in the second half did a good job there in terms of getting down the byline and crossing it in. And Mbeumo's got 2 and 2. Look, let's be honest, it was a penalty in the first half. United should have been 2-0 up. The game is put to bed and done. And VAR kind of spoilt the game today, I thought, a little bit. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not getting fully carried away. We know that Manchester United need to do better. We know that Manchester United need to actually improve and be more consistent game after game. But, look, we got the win. It's took the pressure off. There's still a lot more to do. But United scored 3 goals at home. We should have got 7. At least we didn't drop points. That's what we got to say. And it's pushed us, as you can see on the tables on your screen, up into the top half. And do you know what? 4 points off the top. We're going on a title charge. It's as simple as that. No, I'm not joking. Of course I'm only joking. But look, I get what everyone's concerns are. I get it was Burnley, but it was Grimsby, and we didn't win that one. Today, we've shown a lot more desire and a lot more aggression in our game, and I think we could just look at it as a one-off, and it will be a one-off because we've got what? International break now and no games coming up. So, realistically, when you look at this, I think Manchester United now are in a position where we would just say, look, first win done, let's boost this now, let's use this as the stepping platform, as the platform to move forward, stepping stone in the right direction, and we can now hopefully when the transfer window shuts on Monday, have our squad in, whatever it is, get sorted, and just look at attacking the rest of these Premier League games, because Burnley is Burnley. The next couple of games are what probably people I want to talk about, which is Manchester City away and Chelsea at home. If you get through them, then maybe Carl might win, and a few other people who will be, I feel, a lot more comfortable in what's Manchester United are cooking here with Ruben Amorim. A lot of people saying we got away with it today. I don't think we did. I think we deserved it. A super chat in there from Brian. Thank you, Brian. I was there today and loved the game. Lots of good individual performances, but the starting lineup alarmed me. Chopping and changing, playing players out of position again. Amorim not helping himself. Sanjay also says, are you proud of today's win? I think I pretty much just said that there, buddy. And yeah, I am. I am proud of today's win. The fact that we had to come again from cocking it up for ourselves to winning the game, I'm happy with that. I'm happy because, look, we're not going to be this side that's just absolutely destroying it week in, week out at the moment. We're not going to go into that sort of mode. We have to take it one game at a time. And one game at a time right now for United is just Burnley at home. That's it. And it is just Burnley at home. And that's why I said that, because it's 3 points, a win. Are we going to look back at this? Probably not. Highlight reel's pretty decent, but look, at the end of the day, Manchester United needed to get their asses in gear. They needed to get points on the board. That's all important. And thankfully now, we can go through the international break with no extra dramas. And I think Ruben can look at the players' performances today and pick out a couple and just say, yeah, I think he did all right. I think he will be one to carry forward. And Mainoo coming on. What did we all think of Kobbie Mainoo's cameo today? I mean, it was okay. He's shown some bright moments in the game, but was it enough from you? Was it enough from Kobbie to convince you that we are needing Kobbie to stay at the football club? I said in my match vlog after the game, if Kobbie comes out now and says that he still wants to leave Manchester United, then I'm done with Kobbie. I'm finished. And that's it. So it's going to be I feel anyway, personally, a real disappointment if he comes out after that today. I mean, everyone's seen that he is obviously been given the time by Ruben Amorim today. I think he did okay. Didn't do anything out of the ordinary. I think there was a couple of decent moments. He got stuck in. Everything you'd expect Kobbie to do. And that, I think, is... Personally, I think that's all we could have expected from Kobbie today. It was strange when he came on. Like, he got a good cheer, but I feel like right now there's still a chance that he could still have that thought of leaving Manchester United and want out of the door. I think that's what we're all worrying about right now. Or are you worried right now? Are you worried about Manchester United with Kobbie Mainoo in this side? Is his heart set on Manchester United after what he said? And now that Cunha's out and maybe Mount's out, relying on him, is that a bit much of an ask? Are you concerned that he's not fully on board with the United project now? Little things, and a lot came from today, what we can look into. I think when you look at certain players' performances, you can definitely see a lot of coming together, an organisation, particularly at the back. I thought we defended resolutely in the first half. If we're putting our chances away and we're actually doing our jobs properly and scoring the goals with the clear-cut chances we were creating, then the game's over. We're resting players, we're bringing subs on, giving them the game time. No one's really got a complaint, but right now with the way the second half went and how cut and thrust it was and a mixed match, good, bad, ugly, you still got to look at it and go, there are issues there, and everyone's going to jump onto them and say, like most people have, and quite rightly, still a lot to be worried about. Yes, there is. No one's getting fully carried away, but we will take a win at home at Old Trafford. We need to make Old Trafford a fortress. We need to win our home games. If we can do that, we're always going to stand the chance this season. And you never know. We've beaten City before. City are not great at the moment. If we come back from the international break and beat City and then go into that Chelsea game, off the back of them, obviously, don't forget playing in Europe that week, and we're not, could we take advantage of that? And welcome back Alejandro Garnacho as well at the same time. Interestingly, he signed today and he was doing some familiar Manchester United poses. Honestly, I think he looks like a complete idiot. But that's just my fan opinion on Garnacho right now. Really don't care. It was funny driving home because Kaz was saying, well, that's Garnacho now officially unfollowed on social media. Oh, God, how crap does he look in that Chelsea shirt? My God. Anyway, he will be back in a few weeks at Old Trafford, and it would be nice just to put him in his place again. Colin in the chat there says, after the match blog, good to see Kaz bob her lovely head in. She did. If you didn't watch it back, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it back. She did make a little cameo appearance there as well. Don't forget, everybody, by the way, the new overlay and everything built for us by Stream Builder is going to be in full action on Deadline Day. We're doing a Deadline Day special. We're going to be live for about 6 hours pretty much through the day on FUTV and Football Talks throughout the day on any deals that go down, and be extended shows 3 times a day for both channels right after each other. So a bit of a bonanza, transfer bonanza on Monday for everybody to get their teeth into as well. Let's get some comments in and let's get through some of the chats actually, because there's plenty in there. Just had another super chat in from Sanchit says, I do not think this win has taken any pressure off. Rather, it has increased pressure. If we had won 1-0, maybe a bit of pressure off. Disaster averted. Come on, mate. Like, we absolutely battered Burnley. We should have absolutely battered them on the scoreboard as well, but we didn't. The problem we've got is scoring goals. And I know the opposition is crap, but we've just scored 5 in 2. And Brian Mbeumo is now 2 in 2 and really finding his feet. The connection between him and Ahmad is starting to develop. I know I'm looking for positives. I know I'm scraping the barrel a little bit for these positives as well. But come on, throw me a bone here. I am like everybody else, well, not everybody else, but I'm a heart-on-the-sleeve football fan who loves his football club, and I seen a lot more positives than I did over the last week there today. And that's what I'm going with. I choose to go with the positive on this one. Look, by the way, I don't think that anybody's wrong in their comments in terms of their concerns. Don't get me wrong. I think there are issues coming up here. I really do. And I think that Manchester United will come unstuck again a few times this season. But I've seen a little bit more commitment. I've seen a bit more passion. I've seen a little bit more of a mentality from Manchester United there today. And I think it was good to see. Leo says, battered, question mark. Adam, don't be silly. It's 3-2 and lucky pen was a stonewall pen, just like the first one was, and 26 shots to 6 was an absolute battering. With 62% possession, absolute battering. Double the shots on target from Burnley, who had no shots on target at all in the first half. Battering, Leo. Come on, mate. Get with it and start looking at it positively. And you can come on and have a chat with me on Big Up straight after the show, actually, mate, and tell me your thoughts. Because we are doing a phone-in show, everybody, right after the YouTube video over on Big Up, so you can have your say. I'm not going to leave you out in the cold, trust me. I am going to give you your chance, so you have got that opportunity. We'll get the mods to drop it into the link, drop the link into the description for you as well very shortly. But yes, we are doing a Big Up call-in straight after the show, so you've got your thoughts here from me, and then I'm going to let you do the talking when we move over to Big Up after we finish here. So we're going approximately around about 20 to 9 on Big Up, everyone. So make sure that you are there. Block says with a super chat, gave my tickets away and we win. The Jinxes back. I'm in Dubai for a month from Sunday, so fully expect us to be top by October. Love the new setup, Adam. I love that. Block is a little bit of a Jonah. When he's there, we lose. When he's not, we win. So I think everybody has to block from going to Old Trafford. I think that's a definite now as well. But yeah, Block is bad from Old Trafford, everybody. If you see him, his name in real life is Sean, and he's not allowed. I'm telling you now, don't let him go to Old Trafford. Because Manchester United might actually be top of the league, like he said, by the time he actually gets back from his trip to Dubai. And I actually feel if United, you know what, like I know I'm all Big Up positive and everything like that, and you could say there is some positives there. There's a lot of negatives. Look, I'm trying to put a little spin, a positive spin on it. So, look, I just decided just to go with United winning a game. Look, at the end of the day, we don't win many games these days, and we are unfortunately a different football team now. But look, United 3 goals, I think that were well deserved. Don't forget we hit the crossbar a couple of times as well. I'm loving the performances of Man United's defenders at the moment. Matthijs de Ligt for me has been an absolute monster for Manchester United, a complete and utter beast. And I feel like he is turning into United's lead-off. I really do feel like captain material is there in de Ligt, and he's leading by example. He's so aggressive in the tackle, and I think he does make big decisions as well. You can see him ordering his defence around. So I'm all for Matthijs de Ligt. I am. And I think he is going to be a massive, massive positive for Manchester United going forward. And I think it was a great signing as well. We actually have made some really good signings. London, thank you for the gifted membership as well, my friend. Really appreciate that, buddy. If you're happy with the result today, please pop a like on the video. Make sure that you have hit the subscribe button as well, everyone. And keep your comments coming in about the new setup and everything. This is going to be the new watch-along setup as well. So massive thank you to the guys over at Stream Builder again. Absolutely amazing job. I love it. In fact, just to show you how well certain players did today, we can bring up some players' stats from the game and just see exactly how they did and how they played. So, I mean, first of all, let's set up Bryan Mbeumo first of all, because I feel like he was probably Manchester United's best attacking player today. So, Bryan Mbeumo, for instance, today, goals 1, assists none, total shots 3, shots off target 2. 36 passes, key passes 5, which is good. Touches 52, interceptions, fouls 1. Would you rate Bryan Mbeumo an 8.3? Is that what you would put down on Bryan Mbeumo? Is he worth any more than that? Talk to me in the chat, everybody, because I feel like Bryan Mbeumo definitely deserves the praise today. I think he worked his arse off. I tell you what, he definitely got his steps in. 100% he got his steps in and got through that work rate up front for Manchester United today. And I thought I had a hand in every single one of Manchester United's best moments. I thought he was creative on the ball. I thought he was very, very effective with the ball. I thought he dealt with everything that he needed to very well. He was a constant threat, and his decision-making was absolutely brilliant today. It really was. Jalez says, Mbeumo should have had 2 assists today. We missed 2 95% chances. Yeah, and that's what I said before. Like, don't forget, like, the glaring misses that Manchester United actually had in the game that we should have put away. I think that needs to be remembered also, because United, let's not forget, Manchester United here, I think, should have been 4-5-0 up at half-time. Would you agree? I'm pretty certain if United had put their chances away, with Burnley not offering anything at all. And then you're going into that then, in the second half, it's a completely different game. A completely different game. And I'm thinking there, like, United have actually battered Burnley, who are on a bit of a roll this week. If we put them chances in, you could be looking at a 5-0 easily there. And that, I think, is what we do need to remember in this as well. Yeah, it was close at the end. Yes, it was a penalty at the end. It was injury time at the end. And you could say United got lucky to take all 3 points going off the second half. It was a lot more even. But still, I feel like United should have been miles away. But we didn't take our chances. It could have been another Arsenal. It could have been another Fulham. But it wasn't. We got the win. So that's why I'm more positive. I'm more positive because United was going down that same bumpy old road again. But we didn't. We managed to salvage it and we managed to bounce back. Jenska with a super chat, 3 points, relying on luck, keepers, and Ruben out. Not luck. It wasn't luck. Why does everybody think that was lucky today? I don't get it. Obviously, I'm watching a different game. We sat in the stadium. I don't know. Did you see more on TV that I didn't? I don't think Man United were lucky. Look, penalties are part of the game. We should have had one in the first half that got ruled out. Yeah. It all came around for United. That's pretty much why I labelled my fan vlog after the game as justice. United ranked 6th for expected goals, 2nd for lowest goals and assists, 1st for touches in the opposition box, 3rd for big chances. We are on the right track, being hampered by bozos in goal. Thank you for that super chat, Shenanigans. Just to clarify on a few of them stats there, actually, I've got them in front of me. I'm just going to read them out for you again. So the stats for Manchester United: expected XG, Manchester United is 6.7, 4 goals, and that puts us 2nd right now. That puts us 2nd. We've already scored 4. Our expected XG is 6.7. Shots on target per match, Manchester United are sitting 3rd in that, behind only Chelsea and Liverpool. So again, another good stat. Touches in opposition box, Manchester United have 13 more than any other club. Top of that stat. We were top of that stat chart. We were never there last season. Big chances created. Manchester United 5th in the Premier League right now. And again, we're just not converting. If United convert, at least we're creating. At least the chances are there. If United are not converting chances, we get stressful moments like we did against Fulham and against Arsenal, and we end up losing them games or drawing them games. But today, at least we converted some. And that, I think, is probably the one big thing I will take away from the game today, is that Manchester United actually did at least convert a big chunk of their chances. And that, I think, is what we go away with from the game. I do. I think that's the important thing. Cal says, for me, pens are like these kind of pens where for your team they're pens, but where they're pens, but against you say they're never pens. You can argue them both ways, so there is some luck in pens. Not really, mate. It's a penalty. It's been a rule in the game since it was going, and you score them or you don't. We missed one against Fulham. That would have won us the game. We scored one today. That won us the game. And United might right now have been sat on 6 points and in the top 5 with penalties. They're part of the game. And we have to look at it that way, I feel. Adam and Bruno isn't selfish. I love that. No, he's not. He makes the right pass and he makes the right decisions, Chad. That, I think, is something big to take away from this as well. Bringing up Bruno's stats next, I think. Name your players that you want to see the stats for and see if we agree with the ratings. We'll play this game in the chat right now. We'll do this with most of the games that we do this season. So, do we agree with Brian and Bruno getting an 8.3 out of 10 from the performance today? Let me know in the chat. Get your comments in, please, everybody. And then we'll get into some of the news as well. But other players in the player stats column, let's just have a quick look. When you look at, let's just say, let's bring up Bruno Fernandes today and his performance. Do we agree that Bruno Fernandes was an 8 out of 10? Talk to me, everybody. Get into the chat on this one. Bruno Fernandes got an 8 out of 10 today. 1 goal, 0 assists, 4 total shots, key passes 6, total crosses 5, accurate crosses 3, 80 passes, pass accuracy, accurate passes 66%, 104 touches, 0 interceptions. Does he warrant an 8 out of 10 for you in the game today? I mean, you could argue, yes, very influential. Again, in the game, was involved in quite a bit and some good moves. I was worried about some of his passes in the second half. I thought they were needless. I thought there was a few that were a bit loose cannon-ish, I thought. But, yeah, today, not as bad as what he has been this season. I think I rated Bruno at about a 6 out of 10 today. I think that was my honest rating, 6.5. I thought it was good. And he did his job. He scored the winning goal as well, by the way. Oh, no, sorry. I give Bruno a 7 because he got the winning goal. I kind of went down the old like statometer sort of thing there with what everybody does. But, yeah, I do think that Bruno deserved a few more praise today. Sub M with a super chat says, it was not luck. It was fortune favours the brave. People saying it was luck are Thomas Frank fans. And Bumo, great. And Maz, great cameo as well. Yeah, good shout out for Maz Rowie as well there. Getting to see him on the pitch as well. It's going to be interesting to see if he does come in for anybody If indeed he does slot back into that back three, is he going to try and risk him at wing back? I doubt it. I don't think he will put him in at wing back. I don't think that is in there. So London, thank you for the gifted membership again, my friend. I love that, buddy. And I like Manchester United's game today in so many ways, but still remind us of what the problem is at United. And that, I think, is... I think that's where we leave the game, sort of like, in terms of the analysis of it. Everyone's happy with a win. And realistically, Manchester United can only go on from here and get better, hopefully. Benjamin Sesko will probably get more minutes soon enough. Hopefully he does get more minutes soon enough. And I hope that Manchester United do indeed start to take more of their chances, because them stats that I've just read out there in terms of the XG and everything that's going forward, I actually feel like that's probably one of the biggest positives, that we're actually creating chances and we're actually making things happen on the pitch. I think you can look at it in a negative way because of everything that's gone before, but for today, I'm going to look at it as a positive because we got the win, and I'm just loving everybody trying to play down Manchester United. I just thought that we were the better side. The stats on the screen show me we were the better side today. And the fact that we had 82% pass accuracy to their 71 and 500 passes near enough to their just over 300, it tells you that Man United were in control. 7-1 on corners. Everything was in Man United's favour. And do you know what else was in Man United's favour today? The results. It really was a good day for us. Leeds drawing with Newcastle was an absolute banger for us, really. Obviously, Spurs getting beat, so where's all the Thomas Frank talk right now? Because apparently Bournemouth battered them today at the Spurs Stadium. So this brilliant start from Thomas Frank, by the way, as you can see the table there, Manchester United are only 2 points off the top six. I know you're saying, Adam, you're clutching at straws, but everybody's talking about Spurs, and we're only 2 points behind them after this so-called horrific start to the season on points. We have seen a lot more upbeat performances. I will say that for Manchester United this season so far. And I think you've just got to decide yourself whether you can see the positives coming. Talking about the news and everything else that's going on right now, don't forget about deadline day. I mentioned it earlier on, and I'll mention it again. A bonanza of a day on Monday from the get-go, from 8 o'clock all the way through. So make sure that you're tuned in. We're going to have multiple shows, and we're going to be covering everything from all clubs on here, on Football Talks, and on from here on FUTV and on Football Talks, with every deal that's going down. Okay, in terms of the news and everything that's going on with Manchester United right now, let's get into the goalkeeping situation here, because we've got updates on that from Fabrizio Romano. If Sen Lammens' deal doesn't happen, maybe they could try to reactivate the option for Emi Martinez. He always remained an option internally at the club. Let me be clear, the priority is Lammens, and they want to close the deal, really go big. In case they can't get it done, we'll see. We'll see if it's going to happen, says Romano. That's kind of strange. Like, why are we bringing up Emi Martinez all of a sudden? This is a weird one for Manchester United. Like, Sen Lammens was the number one target. There was a story going around earlier on that Aston Villa were actually in for Sen Lammens, and he could be their number one goalkeeper target right now. I mean, I would be disappointed if we ended up losing out to Villa. If we did lose out to Villa, though, would that actually open up the door for Manchester United to go and get Emi Martinez? I mean, it's a totally different goalkeeper in terms of age bracket, but I tell you what, Emi Martinez walking into Old Trafford, you're not going to be as concerned, are you? You're not going to be concerned as you would be if you were a Manchester United fan with Andre Onana and, let's just say, Altay Bayindir in goal. Not to say Bayindir was horrendous today. I'm just glad I didn't have to talk about a goalkeeper. And so, yeah. Well done to everybody who won on the fantasy football game earlier on. I can see Gems is in there. She got a little win as well. So congratulations to those that won. We will be doing one again for the next game, and we're probably going to do a few more a few more games. We might do one over the international break if everybody's interested. We're going to start, obviously, getting back to our normal content as well over the international break and when the window is shut, which is why we're bringing in more of the quality overlays and information and stats for you all, so you can get involved in more shows. We can get a bit more interactive as well. A lot more coming. We're going to get Jay back on, get a few more opinions on as well, everybody. So plenty to come, plenty to talk about as well, everyone, coming up. But it will be good to have a little bit of a break away from everything, and we will be able to actually do a few shows where we can just look back and assess everything that's happened. But while we've still got a couple of days left in this window, we are going to still be in the madness like we have been every single night so far. It has been a little bit of a mad one, hasn't it? It really has. The goalkeeper was man of the match for Burnley. Were Manchester United more convincing than the scoreline today would suggest? That was Paul Mason talking. Yeah. They were more convincing than the scoreline suggested, because we should have scored a hell of a lot more bleeding goals than what the scoreline suggests. So, yeah, again, I love the fact that everybody's still trying to find loads of negatives that are not there with Manchester United. London, again, thank you for the gifted membership from earlier on. Also, Doctor, is that Doctor? Sorry. Yeah, Doctor, sorry. Welcome to the Members Club. Also, my friend, love that. Keep your comments coming in. Don't forget, everybody, we are going to be running a call-in show on Big Up straight after this live stream, everyone. So make sure that you are there. I'm just going to check the schedule on this for you all now. Let me just check when we've got it for. Yeah, we're going to be, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go live in about 5 minutes' time on that one. So make sure that you're there. The link is there in the live chat. So get across there now and make sure that you are ready to go. If you want to have your say on the game today, then that's your chance. Everybody's opinions on the game are being brought up on Big Up tonight. So we're going to try and get as many callers in as I possibly can. Speak to people for a minimum couple of minutes. So it's your opportunity. Talk to me about everything that's happened in the game today. Everything that you think needs to be brought up. I think it's important that we remember everything from the game today. The good, the bad and the ugly. So if you didn't think it was good, get across. Have your say. If you thought it was good, likewise. And we'll have a good old debate and see who comes out on top and who wins, the negative side or the positive side of the argument on Big Up today. A couple more super chats just dropping in. One from Sanchez again says, 3 questions. Okay. 1, biggest disappointment apart from the injuries. Biggest disappointment apart from the injuries. 2, Cunha's injury makes Bruno number 10, so good or not? Question mark. 3, Sesko should start. Now, I'm answering all 3 of them questions. Biggest disappointment apart from the injuries probably was for me at the time, but then I found out later that it wasn't the case, was I thought he succumbed to the pressure of Kobbie Mainoo when he brought him on at half-time because he wanted to make him feel like he was part of something and Mount didn't deserve to be brought off. But I was firmly put back in my place by the news that Manchester United brought Mason Mount off because he was playing with an injury. So fair dues, no issue with that at all. In terms of Cunha's injury, he was walking out of Old Trafford, so it doesn't look too bad. I will say that. And then the third question, Sesko should start. Ruben's explanation for this was he's played his first full 90 minutes the other night and he needs to ease him in. He'll get some international minutes in his legs now, and when he comes back, I think he might start against Manchester City. I think he'll give City defenders a bit of a nightmare. And if we do have the likes of Bruno back in at 10 and Mbumo over on the other side, so Mbumo, Bruno and Sesko as your front 3, and then you're looking at a midfield possibly of Casemiro and Mount. Maybe you're looking at Mainoo and Mount, Casemiro. Look, I don't know, but Mainoo can fit in there. That's the beauty of it. Mainoo can slot in nicely into that position now. And I think you'll get a lot more game time. But these are the chances and opportunities he is going to have to actually take. So, yes, that I think is a big part of it as well. Jim says, with Lamens in the net, we can do better and win, says Jimbo. Jim, thank you for renewing the membership as well, my friend. I really appreciate your support again, buddy. But yeah, I know, like, there are positives coming, I feel. There are lots of positives coming. And yeah, I do think that we are moving forward, I think, with the team. I do think that Manchester United have to look at the negatives as well, and I'm sure some people will pick up on it when we do go on to big up onto the call-in show in a bit. So make sure, again, like, you are there over on Big Up. Click on that link in the chat, everybody. Make sure that you get across and have your say. Don't want anybody to miss out. We have had a few people that haven't managed to get on sometimes, so we'll do some quick calls on there. Make sure that everyone has their fair 2 minutes, and we will get plenty of, I think, mixed opinions on the show tonight. I'm pretty certain that we will. Right. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll wrap things up there quickly. First of all, and with another super chat. Am I the only one still not impressed by Kobbie? No, you're not the only one who's not impressed. Like, he's got to do a lot more. Good and bad today, but look. Yeah, he's back in the side. I think he'll get more game time now simply because Cunha's injured. But then again, like, looking at Cunha, looking at that injury, I don't actually think it's that bad an injury. It doesn't look it anyway. Maybe it was all precautionary. Maybe it was all just because they didn't want to lose him. So, yeah, I look at that and go, let's just see. Anyway, please like the video, everybody. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well. I will get across to Big Up now and get all of your thoughts and comments. Give you your chance to have your say now. Get across using that link in the live chat, everybody. We're going to be live there in just a couple of minutes' time. So please do. Thank you, everyone, for being on the show with us over here on YouTube with the new overlay. Thank you again to Stream Builder for building us this setup. It is absolutely brilliant, and it's going to come in very, very handy throughout the season now. So we are going to be pushing forward with that. And that is us all done and wrapped up here. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you over on Big Up in just a moment. Subscribe.